Do you have a service animal? Or are you thinking about getting one? Know your rights. Service animals are dogs or miniature horses that are individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of an individual with a disability, including a physical, sensory, or psychiatric, intellectual, or other mental disability. In Arizona, only a dog or miniature horse can be a service animal. Animals of other species, whether trained or untrained, are not service animals in Arizona. Service animals in training have the same protections as trained service animals. You can bring your animal into any public place as long as it does not threaten the health or safety of others or pose an undue burden. You also have the right to ask your boss or landlord for reasonable accommodations to use your animal at work or at home. Any no-pet policies do not apply to service animals. A service animal can be excluded from a public place if it poses a direct threat to the health or safety of other people. It can also be excluded if it fundamentally alters the nature of the public place or the services provided there, or if it poses an undue burden. The service animal handler is responsible for any damages that a service animal or service animal in training may cause. A place of public accommodation may ask whether the animal is a service animal being used because of a disability and what tasks the animal has been trained to perform. You cannot be asked, "What is your disability?" That is confidential, and you do not have to answer. Do you have documentation or proof the animal is licensed as a service animal? You are not required to have documentation or proof. Also, you do not need to have any special signage, such as vests or tags for your service animal. Many companies and websites sell these kinds of items, and you can choose to use them. But remember that putting on a vest does not make it a service animal. Only the specialized training does. If your animal is not trained, then it's not a service animal, but it might be a companion animal. Companion animals, also known as emotional support animals, comfort animals, or therapy animals, provide support simply by being a companion. They can alleviate symptoms of a mental or psychiatric disability. Companion animals are typically dogs or cats, but may include other animals like lizards, snakes, and small rodents. If you use a companion animal, you have the right to ask your boss or landlord for a reasonable accommodation to use your animal at work or in your home. However, you do not have the right to bring your companion animal into government buildings or places of public accommodation. You should check individually with these businesses to see if they allow your animal. Because several local, state, and federal laws address the rights of animal owners, there are specific cases where these rules might be different. Rules for service or companion animals might be more restrictive in certain situations. For example, when an animal is misbehaving or exhibiting threatening behavior. Zoos and wild animal parks may exclude service animals from any area where they may come into contact with animals in the park. Check out the resources listed at the end of this video for more information on owning a service or companion animal, getting a service animal trained, what to do if you believe you have been discriminated against because of your animal. Remember, service and companion animals are not pets. People with disabilities have a right to use them almost everywhere they go. More resources available at the Pacific ADA Center, adapacific.org/ada/service_animals.php, Arizona Department of Veteran Services, dvs.az.gov, and the Arizona Center for Disability Law, www.azdisabilitylaw.org. Produced by Rooted in Rights.